afternoon. You're all very welcome to our UCD Postgraduate Virtual Open Day. Before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping I wanted to mention to you. We are recording this session, so if you miss anything, you can find it on our YouTube channel if you just pop in UCD NJARC in the YouTube search. We are accepting questions throughout this session, so if you just use the Q&A at the bottom of your screen there, you can type in your questions and we will answer them towards the end. For your best viewing experience, I suggest that you view this in speaker mode, and you can change that at the right-hand corner of your screen if you just toggle from gallery view to speaker view. So today we're talking about one of our one-year master's programs, which is T288, and we're very lucky to be joined by the program director of this particular program, Pezhman Ghadimi.
Hello, everybody. Thanks, Katie, for the introduction. So today we are at the information session for Master of Engineering Science in Engineering Management. So I'm just sharing my screen. I hope everybody can see that. So this program, which is called, as I said, Master of Engineering Science in Engineering Management, offers a unique opportunity for engineering students to deepen their knowledge of the areas of business and management. So this one-year master's degree provides grounding in operations, quality, supply chains, logistics, decision analytics, marketing, system planning, and analysis, while building on students' technical expertise to develop next generation industry leaders. Our teaching methods and learning environments are highly interactive and varied. Excuse me, and include lectures, workshops, tutorials, labs, and practical exercises. So group-based modular projects and a final applied consultancy-based project enable students to integrate the covered theoretical knowledge with practice. So I will talk about the consultancy project in further slides. So this is the first offering of this program was in 2013 and 14 and builds on over 50 years of experience of engineering management education that we have, mechanical and materials engineering. This program is aimed at students who have already completed a bachelor's degree, a four-year bachelor's degree in engineering, and wish to start successful careers in the management of global engineering and technology firms. So this program is open to engineers at all disciplines, whether you're an electronic engineer, a mechanical engineer, civil engineer, software engineer, or even chemical engineer. You're all welcome to register for this program. So for the international students, there's obviously English language requirements, which is usually IELTS certificate of 6.5 with minimum 6 for each of the four skills. And it has 90 ECTS credits that needs to be passed. So in terms of the program curriculum structure for the coming year, 2020-2021, as I said, it has, as usual, 3 trimesters. Within the first trimester, we have 5 core modules, or we offer 5 core modules: supply chain design and analysis, quantitative methods for engineers, which are basically data analytics and statistics, engineering project management, systems analysis and improvement, which is mostly about quality engineering and management, and then finally, introduction to manufacturing, simulation, and robotics. Within trimester 2, we have marketing management, engineering decision support system, where you will learn about process-centric simulation modeling and mathematical modeling of various operations within companies, operations management, business information system management, and also a choice of an option module. So our recommended option modules are technical communications, which is a really useful module, which you will be introduced how to perform communications with industry people, how to present the results, your reports, how to do interviews, and so on. Or professional engineering finance, which is in the area of management, accounting, and finance, obviously. But apart from these recommended modules, you're also allowed to register for any modules related to your own disciplines and offered within the second trimester in the engineering college. But obviously you need to acquire the permission of the program director, which is myself, and also the module coordinator. But last but not least, we have trimester 3, which has another 30 credits spread into 2 modules: design and innovation and applied research project. So 70 credits out of 90 credits of this program are offered within the School of Mechanical, and the rest 20 credits are offered by business, mathematics, and statistics school. And as I said, the 30 credits which are during the summer include a 20 credit applied summer project. So I want to emphasize a bit on this module, because it's one of the benefits and the selling points, I can say, of this program, because within this module, you will be exposed to a real world engineering problem that is sponsored by an actual engineering company. So around February, March, myself will be discussing with the companies to secure different projects, and then I will offer those projects to you to select from based on your preferences. And then finally, a group of 2 to 3 students will be formed to focus solely for a duration of 10 to 12 weeks on this summer project. And the type of topics that are covered within the summer projects are listed here. And also these are the type of companies that we usually work during this summer project that will also form your future employers as well. So that's where we are at, the main part of this master program, and the reason that why you should be basically registering for this program: the career and graduate positions. So the career opportunities are very broad, as the students in this program are not narrow, technical specialists, but T-shaped individuals combining specialist skills with a broad understanding of engineering, business analytics, and management. So apart from the usual engineering skills that you have out of doing the 4 years of engineering, you're kind of expanding your CV and enriching your career opportunities by doing this one-year master program and acquire some extra knowledge apart from what you already know in your 4 years of Bachelor of Engineering, which are related to engineering management, fields and skills. And the type of jobs that you can apply for, the job positions can be such as quality analyst, data analyst, operations analyst, supply chain planner, project management, and continuous improvement analyst. So these are just a few of the job opportunities and positions that you can apply for after doing this one-year master program in engineering management, which are, as I said, apart from the usual job positions that you can apply for related to your own engineering discipline. So basically, after doing this one-year master program, you will make yourself an attractive candidate to the engineering firms to hire you in terms of the type of skill, and that's mainly because of the type of skills, extra skills, extra, let's say, management and engineering management skills that you will acquire by doing this one-year program. So the type of industries that you can work in, spans through engineering, energy, medical technologies, management consultancy, ICT, automotive, and many more. And the type of employers that that you will be eligible to apply for are the ones that you can see in this slide. And I should say, some of these are already working with us during this summer consultancy project as well. So every year we will ask these companies to submit their proposals, and as part of this summer projects, the students will acquire more technical knowledge, or let's say more team working at the same time technical knowledge related to the theoretical stuff that they have acquired in trimester 1 and trimester 2. All right, so that's basically all I wanted to cover in my introductory presentation of this Master of Engineering Science and Engineering Management program. So I'm the program director, Pezhman Ghadimi, and I would like to pass it on to Emma Wang, who was one of our former students in this program, which has been employed by Maxim Integrated, and then now he's currently employed by Google. Emma, back to you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Emma. I'm from China, and I joined this course in 2015, and I graduated in 2016. And like Pezhman said, I was employed by Maxim Integrated right after finishing the course, and I'm now working for Google. So just some background about myself. So before I started this master course in UCD, I had been working in China as a process engineer with the electrical engineer bachelor degree for 2 years. And I wanted to move from pure engineering to engineering plus management. So this course caught my eye and I applied for it, and I got an offer and I finished it. And during the 1 year in UCD, the experience was amazing, fabulous. So all the lectures are very knowledgeable and also professional. And each course has 1 or 2 team projects to work with your classmates, which is very helpful in exercising teamwork, leadership, project management, and use what you learned in class in a project, which is very similar to a real business environment. And also from all the courses in this 1 year, supply chain management and the statistics method for engineers, that's pretty much I'm working in my career after the graduation. So after I finished the course, I started work for Maxim Integrated as a supply chain analyst, so which is a supply chain management plus the statistics methods for engineers, did analyst. So, and after the Maxim working experience, I joined Google, and I'm a data analyst in Google. So what you learned in this course really helps in your career after you graduate. And as for the teaching in this course, so in general, I would say it's very high quality, and we not only learned the theory, but also practice in real companies. So first of all, the lectures in the course, they will share a lot of best practice in the real companies, industries, and some not very good practice. So we will learn, okay, in which situation to apply which theory. That is very helpful. And in the end of the course, we have the chance to work with a real company, like Pezhman said, to solve some problems as project consultancy. So for me, I worked with Carey Group on a supply chain management project. So that was there was a very valuable experience to me, and that helped me a lot for my job hunting afterwards. So when I was working on the project with Carey Group, I had a factory tour in Carey Group, so I got to see how their site, how their factory looks like, and I learned a lot about their what they care in their supply chain, in their logistics and everything, and to see how I can use what I learned in the supply chain management course to the for example Carey Group's real business, to help them solve the problem, to improve the supply chain performance, etc. So that is very very helpful. And so when I finished the course, like I said, I got employed by Maxim. So I actually got the offer before I actually finished everything. So it was even faster than I expected. So what I learned in the university and my experience with working with Carey Group was very helpful in my job hunting. So I can show the company that I have this knowledge and I know how to use this knowledge in the real world. and I know what to like take into consideration in each condition. So that is very helpful. And like I still like just personally, I advertise this course a lot to my friends in China, like who are looking to do some like studying abroad. So first of all, like Ireland is an English-speaking country, which is very helpful because we learn English like since primary school. Like we don't really speak other like a third language or whatever. And also this course has the very good like setup with each modules and the experience with working with companies, which is very helpful. Like in my case, very helpful in the like job hunting afterwards, because like I know many people they want to study in another country and they want to find a job like after graduation and work for a few years and then see like what next step to go. So this will be very helpful. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. That was really insightful, and it was great to hear your story so far. And it sounds like, in terms of the experience you've garnered between Kerry Group, Maxim, and now Google, that you have a very bright future ahead of you. So congratulations, and thank you for sharing your experience so far with us. There's a few questions that have come in, and someone obviously just picking up on the fact that Emma did her research project or summer consultancy with Kerry Group. Two-part question. I don't know, Pezhman or Emma, who wants to answer this, but someone just wondering, firstly, how easy is it to get a summer consultancy as part of your, I think it's 20 credits. I think that's right, Pezhman, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
And by securing a summer consultancy, do you feel that that increases their employability?
Yes, so that's a really good question. So first of all, there is no need for the students to search for those summer consultancy projects. Myself, as the program director, will be looking for those projects, as I said, interacting with the companies around February and March and trying to have different meetings with them to scope out a project that fits the skills that the students already acquired during trimester 1 and trimester 2. So, and then a list of projects will be offered to the students in the program, and they will be selecting or choosing the project of their preferences. And then afterwards, they will be allocated to that specific project within a group. So basically, there's no need for the students to search for jobs. But we had some instances as well throughout the years that some of the students, they already have some job experience with many companies, for example, Medtronic or Boston Scientific. So they secured their own projects as well. So throughout, I think during the career fair that is in around January, February in UCD every year, if I'm wrong, correct me, Katie, but those students that they already have some experience, they will see the company, representative at the career fair, and they will also try to secure a project of their own interest related to the fields that they are covered in the program. So they can work on those projects within a group again, but mainly all the projects will be secured by myself, offered to the students, they will select, and then around third week of June every year, the students will be introduced to the, I would say first week of June every year, the students will be introduced to the company contact or company supervisor, and also a UCD supervisor will be also assigned to that specific project. So they will have two guidance, academic guidance and also industry guidance, to do that consultancy project for about 12 weeks. So there will be full support. All they should do is do a really nice teamwork and try to gather the data or try to understand the problem as much as they can and apply the tools that they have already learned during trimester 1, 2, and 3 to that specific problem and solve and achieve the objectives of the problem.
Sounds like a very streamlined process and well thought out process. So that's
and I also remember, Katie, you, as part of the question you had, it was about employability as well. Yes, exactly. So as part of these summer projects, there is a good rate of getting employed by the same company. So we have in many instances that the students, they were able, based on their performance within that consultancy project, they are offered an internship, a graduate position, or even in part-time or full-time employment in the same company that they did their project. So it will definitely increase enormously the employment rate of the students that they already have some many skills, many technical skills in their bachelor engineering in any discipline. At the top of that, they're extending or expanding their CV and skills by doing this one-year program, which ultimately or utterly will increase the employability rate of any candidate. So, so just to have one sentence, if you can get employed by any company, whether if they have quality issues, if they're manufacturing product or services, but even in hospitals, you can get employed. So anywhere that there are operations that need to be managed, there are supply chains that need to be managed, there are logistic networks that need to be managed and controlled, you are the perfect candidate for that specific job position.
That's brilliant. And I think that ties into what Emma alluded to earlier, where she was saying her experience really that she built up helped secure her next role. Someone obviously just picking up on something you mentioned there, Pezhman, someone noticing that you've mentioned some people come to the program with experience. Do you have many mature students coming on this program, or are they all fresh graduates from the bachelor's?
So the mature students, I would say, are around 27 to 28. So that is the maximum, in terms of maturity, that in terms of age range that we have during. So it's up to 28 during these many years. But usually they are fresh students, 20, 22, 23, just finished their bachelor degree, especially with international students. But at the same time, it would be some more mature students that they have like 2, 3, or 4 years of experience in a similar area, but now they're going to build it up by doing a structured program that can also enrich their current CV. So it's a blended mix of students, of engineering students, all of them. But in terms of the time range, there are fresh students and also some mature students, but not more than 28 in terms of age range.
Okay, thank you. And Emma, someone's just wondering, as a student, what was your experience of how intense was completing the summer consultancy over a 12-week period? Was it a very intense time, or was it manageable?
It's manageable, and that will require me. It's pretty much like you're working from Monday to Friday and 8 hours a day on this project, so it is totally manageable. And because it looks like the students will have more flexibility in time, so I would say time management is very important in the project. So some people will feel, we don't need to go to a class at 8 and it's 9, so it's not like that. So they may lay back a bit. So my advice would be don't lay back, just give yourself a schedule and just work normal time every working day. That is totally manageable, and you won't be overloaded or whatever. And of course it's not, I don't want to say it's a super easy job. You need to work on it, but it won't overload you. And also it is also about a project management. So when you start it, your supervisor will help you to scope the project to make sure you have something to work on and it won't overload you. So don't worry about that. So that's totally manageable.
And something that I want to also add to Emma's discussion, which are all valid. So these summer projects are done within a group. So in a sense, you're 2 or 3 students that you're working full time on a project. So it is really wise to notice that there's no other modules during that 10 to 12 weeks that you should be involved with. All your taught modules are done, and now you're working full time with the company, with your company supervisor, and with your academic supervisor, and at the same time with your group mates to accomplish this project for 10 to 12 weeks until end of August.
Excellent, thank you. And I think we just have one final question coming through. Someone wondering, how does the research in your school or in your program influence the teaching on this particular master's program?
Yes, thank you very much, Katie. So that's also another good question. So I would say, you know, the modules that are introduced to you within my presentation in trimester 1, 2, and 3, all of those modules are research-informed teaching. So what does that mean? It means that my colleagues, they will use some elements of their research activities and blended them in and integrate them into their teaching activities. So through the use of different case studies that they're already involved, for example, in the robotics program or the robotics module, you know, there would be an actual robot that you will have a lab to see the robot, how it works, do some projects with that robot. So, which is part of a larger research project that is available in the engineering college. So all of the teaching, this is the same for all the modules. So all of the teachings are, as I said, research informed, and all the research activities of our colleagues are integrated within the teaching activities. So in a form that you can see the theory behind it, but at the same time, you can apply that on practice as well.
Excellent, thank you. And that actually concludes all the questions that we've received today. So all that's left for me to say is a very big thank you to the Program Director, Pezhman, for joining us today and giving us his time, and Emma, also one of our recent graduates, for sharing her story and her experience and her career so far. Certainly a career to watch, I think. And to thank all of you for your time today, very much appreciated. And please get in touch if you have any further queries with me, Katie O'Neill at UCD. So many thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.